After about 6 years at this point, I have finally gotten back into reading comic books. Now, American comics like Marvel and DC, I've kind of left on the back burner for the better part of 5 years due to the point of me having a bit more of a financial kerfuffle when it came to keeping up with comics digitally and physically. And so I ended up turning more towards manga because it was easier for me to have access to and easier for me to just keep track of a lot of the things that I did want to read. And I am primarily an anime and manga fan, but comics have always had a special place in my heart, mainly Marvel, because I was a Spider-Man, Avengers guy growing up in X-Men, so those always have a special place in my heart, and I just really wanted to get back into comics, but never fully had the opportunity in time to just dive back in there. But in 2024, I decided, you know what, I am going to take some time and read and catch up on a number of different comics from Marvel and DC. But around the time I started to do this was around the time when Marvel began to start its brand new revitalized Ultimate Universe. After Ultimate Invasion, we got Ultimate Universe #1, which set everything up for the brand new Marvel Ultimate Universe. And I was hooked every single month with everything that we got from it. And aside from that, I was trying to catch up to some of the other mainline comics, mainly Spider-Man and X-Men and Avengers, as well as Thor, but I do want to check out more of the mainline Marvel comics. And I just started to do that a bit with DC, Superman, Flash, Batman, the Green Lanterns, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps, all that stuff. And it wasn't until October, surprisingly enough, of 2024, when DC decided to do their own launch of a separate universe of comics in terms of the Absolute DC Universe, which gave us so far only 3 titles, but we're going to be getting a couple of more. Right now we have 3 issues of Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, and 2 issues of Absolute Superman. And eventually we're going to be getting Absolute Green Lantern, Absolute Flash, Absolute Martian Manhunter, and it really does feel like Marvel and DC around the same time are really thinking about not just keeping long-term fans happy, but also bringing in new fans with new starting off points with these 2 universes, while also making these fresh and unique enough that even older fans of the mainline titles will want to check them out. And as of right now, I'm loving every second of it, and I really just want to take as much free time as I can to catch up on everything Marvel and DC. Honestly, at this point, the only other comic book series that I was relatively reading was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by IDW and the Last Round comic that came out years ago. Even with all that, Marvel and DC, I've just been having a lot more fun with catching up with these different comic series, with all the different new ideas, how these new fights are brought to life, brand new lore, as well as giving challenges to our heroes that we've grown to love and adore. Which is why I started this brand new channel, so that I could talk about the new comics that are coming out. Mainly Ultimate Marvel Universe comics and Absolute DC comics, but also update videos on me catching up to all of these different Marvel and DC comics. Right now, primarily Marvel. I have stuff planned out for that, and then I'll go into DC at some point down the line. But for now, this is probably going to be primarily Marvel with Absolute DC sprinkled in when updates come in, as well as other comic books that I would love to talk about here and there when I catch up and read that are outside Marvel and DC. As well as like short video essays or me just doing brief reviews and talking about different comic storylines, events, or just solo books. Like I plan to do a video on Spider-Man Reign, which is actually the comic that made me feel like I need to start up a new channel. I need to talk about this particular comic like right now. And it also has a sequel that started in 2023, so I really want to just talk about that comic. And so what ifs, spin-offs, Elseworlds, all that type of stuff, I would love to go back and read those, give my own thoughts and opinions on them, because comic books have such a vast catalog, a vast library of different stories and characters that either don't get enough attention or are brought up once or twice and never really brought up ever again. So it's something that I would love to do going forward. Now, whether or not you guys know me or not, I actually have my first original channel, The Greek Weeb, where I do anime and manga content, primarily weekly manga reviews for particular series, and I'll talk about anime every now and again and manga recommendations. I want to do something similar like that for this channel, for comic book issues and all that. that, like I mentioned, because I just love talking about the stuff that I love, and I really want to get into these series and get really back into comic books, even if it's not just Marvel and DC, though that's probably going to be the main bulk of the content on this channel for the time being, so get ready for that. I just have a lot of love for the medium, and I really do want to talk more about it and share my experiences and thoughts about all these different characters and stories with all of you. So please, if you can, like and subscribe to the channel so that I could end up getting this off the ground, so that I can just keep talking about some more of these stories and characters that I really love and would love to talk more about with all of you. But that's really all I have to say on the matter. Please check out the channel, help support it. I would love for this channel to grow, and I can have 2 separate channels talking about some of my favorite hobbies in the world. It would all just be really fun to talk about. But I hope you guys enjoyed this bit of a first introduction based video on what I plan to do with the channel. Let me know in the comments down below what type of series from Marvel or DC, or even from other comic book publishers or indie comics, that you would like me to check out and see, so that I could actually really dive deeper into the medium. But that's really all for me today. I hope you guys sound interested, look forward to what I have planned for the future, and I hope you all have an awesome day.